This is Perspectives with Laughn De La Croix and Rodney Grimes. Perspectives is San Antonio's #1 historical news program.
Greetings and welcome to Perspectives. I'm Laughn De La Croix.
And I'm Rodney Grimes.
As you know and appreciate, Rodney, the Alamo is an enduring symbol of freedom.
Check.
So it was big news when future leader of the Sandinistas, Daniel Ortega and his henchmen, stormed the Alamo, trying to sell leftist propaganda to unknowing tourists.
Wait, wasn't Ortega like a mega socialist? Seems like he'd be, I don't know, evenly distributing goods and services?
That's typical of your pinko commies, Rodney. They preach one thing and deliver something else entirely.
So, Laughn, how does Daniel Ortega go from selling the revolutionary worker like the homeless in a busy intersection to the target of one of the largest illegal covert funding operations in American history?
Good question, Rodney. You see, Marxists in Central America had gotten a foothold from violent, bloody overthrows of democratically elected governments in the region, and we needed to drive them out. One of the young leaders of this Sandinista movement was Daniel Ortega, who had abandoned his newspaper selling and fled to Cuba, where he received Soviet-backed military training and indoctrination. Democrats in the U.S. Congress actually supported these Sandinistas and made it illegal for the Reagan administration to arm or fund the Nicaraguan Contras, a group of patriots that were the lone force of freedom in Latin America. Meanwhile, Iran and Iraq were just starting their war, so one of the greatest Americans of all time, Colonel Oliver North, orchestrated the most ingenious plan in foreign policy history, selling arms to both sides of the Iran-Iraq war and funneling the proceeds to the Nicaraguan Contras, the democratic heroes of Central America.
Yeah, and all that crap was illegal, wasn't it?
Technically, yes.
And if my Google foo is correct, isn't Ortega the current democratically elected president of Nicaragua? So, that happened.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Join us next week when we sit down with Bill Cosby for a frosty cold glass of new Coke. We'll be back in the future looking at the past.